Okay, so all the stuff that you see on here are all the brushes. Of course, they are mixed with other brushes that I have. But I talk to you guys about the brush set. So basically, it will come to you like this, rolled up. There will be some 2 tassels attached like this, and you will just roll it open. And your brushes will be on the inside. It goes from smallest to largest, which means all of your lip, your eyeshadow brushes will be over here going down to your contour, and then your face brushes over here at the bigger end. It also comes with a flap right here to protect your brushes. Okay, so I just showed you guys your belt. Now I'm going to show you guys the brushes that I have. Now, normally the container that I use is one of those mini candles that you would get from, I think I got it from Walmart, which is about this high. And these brushes, I'm going to grab a few that I can see already. These brushes happen to be extremely longer than your average brush. The reason why you would probably want a taller container so that they can all fit in here. So these are a lot skinnier, which I like better because it just makes it easier to grab things. I don't like having a whole bunch of thick parts down here, or a thick wooden. I don't like having a thick handle just because it's harder to find your brushes and store them into like a close place, especially if you do have a lot of brushes. That does come kind of hard to do. Now there are a few brushes in here that I just don't find myself using at all, and it's only 2. I don't find myself using this very thin one right here, and of course I will show you guys a close-up, but I just don't find myself finding this one because it's too flimsy and it's not sturdy enough. Also, I find that another brush that I don't use is a little applicator brush that you would normally get when you buy something from Elle. It's just that real foam applicator brush that no one uses. So those are the 2 brushes I just don't like out of them. So on to the other brushes. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 big powder brushes that you receive in your set. One is a deluxe fan brush. The other one is just your regular fan brush that you can basically buy anywhere. Then you have 4 different powder brushes that you can use. 2 of them, or one of them seems to be angled. One of them seems to be smaller. Then there is a medium size, a small size, and then there's a big size that I use for my powder. Also, there's a huge flat top brush that I use to do my foundation. I like the way it came out. And I couldn't use this to blend just because the way that I used the brush with my foundation had already set, so I just used a beauty blender to blend out my makeup. And I do find this brush to really work really well. I do like it. It says on the website that these are either quality of natural hair or synthetic hair fibers, and they might be true about the real hair just because. Also, there are a few other smaller flat shader brushes that come throughout the whole set, and these are just a few that I just randomly grabbed. As you guys can see that they're all the same shape, but they're all different sizes. There are a few that happen to be angled, just like there are a few that just happen to be flat. So this is a flat one. And then this is an angled one. So I'm going to read through some of the comments and answer some questions that people have left on these brushes. Okay. Some people said that there's someone else that reviewed this on YouTube and that it came off with a horrible chemical smell and that it shed a lot. I did not experience shedding except for with my fluffy brushes, but it was kind of like I can still pull brushes into like a few strands of hair, but it wasn't like tremendously. It wasn't like I had a ball to collect. It was kind of like pieces, like 5 strands maybe from each brush. The only brush that really shedded a lot was my fan brush, and when I first received it, it also wasn't glued properly. It was glued, but it had came off, I guess, during packaging. She also said that it came with a really bad smell. Personally, I experienced a bad smell, but it could have just been because it was shipped. I don't really like the smell of things coming in a box. I don't know why. It's a really strong smell to me that I just don't like. Someone said that their brushes are sprayed where the hairs are starting to separate. The only brush I see that happens to be like that is this one. It happens to be really, I don't find that there's nothing really wrong with this. If I were to repurchase them, I think I would be repurchasing them more for the eyeshadow brushes than the face brushes, just because I don't really see any that I like, and I could probably just get the fan brush. I would probably just buy the fan brush again from the whole set. But the eye brushes I completely love. I love that they also give you 2 different tools to use for your eyebrows. They give you the little eyebrow wand or the mascara wand. There's no blending brushes in this for your eyes, which I was kind of hoping that there would be, because I do need another fluffy brush to blend my eyeshadow with. But for the most part, you can always just look that up on Amazon and buy it again, or buy it somewhere else. Also, I know some people say that the bristles are hard. The bristles are harder than other normal hairs. Like, they're harder than e.l.f. brushes, and they're harder than Sephora brushes, MAC brushes, I'm sure. But for the most part, it's not hard to the point where you won't want to use it on your face. I've used the fan brush on my face to highlight before, and it's soft. Like, it's not hard. It may be harder than other brushes, but it's not like it's going to kill you. It's kind of like synthetic. It is hard, but don't think that it's hard to the point where you can't use it. It is usable. Or I felt that it felt like a normal brush that I would use. Okay, so my final review on these brushes is that they are totally worth the full price. I find that they're really good quality. Even though that they may spray, they come with guards for each powder brush, and also the deluxe fan brush, which I think helps them. So if you want to mold them back into shape, you could probably. And also with shedding, I also give you the tip when you're washing to comb out your brush, because that'll also help pull or grab these snags of hair that are loosely coming out. For the most part, I don't think that the face brushes are the best quality, but they still do work. I think the only brush that I don't like is the fan brush out of all of them, the little one. The powder brushes, they work for what they're supposed to do. And this huge flat top brush is what I used to do my foundation today, so I think that this really does work. Also, the fan brush is probably the most brush. That's probably like the one brush that I do like throughout the whole set. Now, the eyeshadow brushes are perfect. There's nothing wrong with them. I find that they're really sturdy. They're really good for cream or liquid products, because that's what I use for my foundation. I haven't tried it with the Kat Von D foundation yet, but I think I will do it tomorrow. And I also did this look with the brushes. So if you guys would like a tutorial, just tell me in the comments. I love these brushes for the price, and you also get a free belt to use with the brushes. I think that is an amazing deal. You can't beat that. So I will leave a link to the Amazon brushes so to tell you guys where I got them. Also, I will be posting pictures on my blog, and I will be having more info on the brushes and what I think on there. Thank you guys for watching, and subscribe to my channel if you guys like to see more beauty related videos. Remember to use the hashtag DelightfulDays if you guys would like to find me on Twitter or Instagram. Also, all of my links will be at the bottom like always. I hope that you guys have a delightful day. Bye.